Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Speak English Easy podcast. I am your host, Alex.
And I am Sarah. We are so happy to have you here with us. If you want to improve your English and sound more natural, you are in the right place.
Today is a deep dive episode. We are taking a very common topic, introductions, and we are going to explore every single part of it. We want this to be the only guide you ever need to introduce yourself perfectly.
That is right. Usually, students learn a 30-second introduction. But in real life, conversations can last 5, 10, or 20 minutes. We want to give you the tools to keep the conversation going, not just start it.
We have a lot to cover today. We will talk about names, origins, jobs, hobbies, family, and even how to say goodbye politely. We will also fix some very common mistakes that beginners make.
Before we begin, remember to subscribe to our channel so you never miss a lesson. And if you like our content, please hit the like button. It really helps us reach more students like you.
Also, a quick reminder. We will leave space for you to think and practice. When we explain a phrase, try to say it out loud. Don't just listen, participate.
Okay, Alex. Let's imagine we are at a party or a networking event. Before we say our names, we usually need an icebreaker.
Yes, you cannot just walk up to a stranger and say, "Hello, I am Alex." That can be a little intense. Usually, we comment on the situation first.
Right. The most common icebreaker in English-speaking cultures is the weather or the event itself.
For example, if you are at a party, you might say, "Wow, this place is crowded." Or, "The food here is delicious, isn't it?"
Or simply, it is so hot in here. After that small comment, then you introduce yourself. It feels much more natural.
So the flow is comment, then name. Like this. "Great party, right? By the way, I'm Alex."
Hi, Alex. I'm Sarah.
See? That was smooth. Now, let's look at names again. We know my name is, but what if you have a nickname?
Good point. In English, we often use nicknames. You can say, "My name is Alexander, but you can call me Alex."
Or, "Everyone calls me Alex." This is a very friendly way to bridge the gap between a formal name and a friendly relationship. Now, let's move to origins. In our last lesson, we talked about "I am from" and "I grew up in." Let's go deeper. What if you have a complicated background?
Many people do. Maybe you were born in one country but lived in another. You can say, "I was born in Brazil, but I was raised in London."
Raised means you grew up there. I was raised in London. This tells a beautiful story about your life.
And then people usually ask, so, how long have you lived here? This is a classic follow-up question.
To answer this, we use the word for or since. You can say, I have lived here for 5 years. This describes the duration.
Or, I have lived here since last summer. Let's practice that. Alex, how long have you lived in this city?
I have lived here for about 3 years. And you?
I have been here since last summer.
Notice how Sarah used since last summer. It gives a clear timeline. Now, I want to add a cultural note here.
Yes, cultural notes are important. In some cultures, it is normal to ask personal questions very quickly, like, are you married? Or how much money do you make?
In English-speaking countries, especially the US and UK, be careful. Asking about money or salary is considered rude in a first introduction.
And asking, are you married? Is okay, but usually we wait a little bit. It is better to wait for the topic of family to come up naturally.
Speaking of family, let's learn how to introduce your family status. This is section 3 of our podcast today.
If you want to talk about your family, you can say, I am married, I am single, or I have a partner.
If you have children, you say, I have 2 kids. Please do not make the common mistake of saying, I have 2 sons, if you have a boy and a girl.
Yes, sons is only for boys. Daughters is only for girls. If you have a mix, or you just want to be general, use the word children or kids.
Another very common mistake beginners make is with age. Sarah, how do we say our age in English?
We use the verb to be. We say, I am 30 years old. We do not say, I have 30 years.
This is a huge mistake for speakers of Spanish, French, and Italian. In English, you are your age. You do not have it. Repeat after me. I am 25. She is 40.
Great! Now let's go back to work. We learned, I work in marketing. But conversations about work usually lead to routine. People might ask, is it a busy job?
You can answer, yes, I work long hours. Or, it is pretty flexible.
Flexible is a great word. It means you can change your schedule easily. I have a flexible schedule.
And if you are currently looking for a job, you don't say, I have no job. That sounds a bit negative.
Instead, say, I am between jobs right now, or I am looking for new opportunities. It sounds much more professional and positive.
Now, let's talk about hobbies and free time again. We want to sound like fun people, right?
Exactly. Beyond, I like reading, we can use phrases like, I'm a big fan of.
I'm a big fan of football. Or, I'm a big fan of sci-fi movies.
Another great casual phrase is hanging out. This means spending time relaxing with friends. I like hanging out with my friends on weekends.
Hanging out. It is a phrasal verb. Use it. It makes you sound very natural. Do you want to hang out sometime? Is a great way to make a friend.
Now, let's do a pronunciation drill. One of the most important things in introductions is sounding interested. If your voice is flat, you sound bored.
Compare this, nice to meet you, versus nice to meet you. The melody goes up and down.
When asking, and you? Make your voice go up at the end. And you?
Let's try it. I'm from Canada. And you?
I like coffee. And you? The upward tone invites the other person to speak.
Okay, we have learned so much. We have the icebreaker, names, origins, family, work, hobbies, and pronunciation. Now, let's put this into practice with two different dialogues.
The first dialogue is casual. Imagine we are at a barbecue party at a friend's house. We're holding drinks and standing in the garden.
Ready? Let's go.
Hey, the food is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, the burgers are great. I don't think we've met. I'm Alex.
Hi, Alex. I'm Sarah. I'm a friend of the host, John.
Nice to meet you, Sarah. How do you know John?
We went to university together years ago. What about you?
I work with John. We're in the same office.
Oh, cool. So you work in IT too?
Yes, I'm a developer. It's a busy job, but I like it. Are you from around here?
Not originally. I grew up in Manchester, but I've lived here for about 5 years. I love the city.
Me too. There is always something to do. Do you live nearby?
Yeah, just a few blocks away. Anyway, I'm gonna grab another drink. It was great meeting you, Alex.
You too, Sarah. See you around.
Okay, stop. That was a very natural, casual conversation. Did you hear how we ended it?
Sarah said, I'm going to grab another drink. This is a polite way to leave the conversation. You can't just walk away. You need an exit strategy.
And then Alex said, see you around. This is a casual way to say goodbye.
Now, let's try a formal dialogue. Imagine we are at a business conference. We are wearing suits. The tone is different.
Good morning. Is this seat taken?
No, please, go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Sarah Jones. I am with Global Tech Solutions.
A pleasure to meet you, Miss Jones. I am Alex Smith. I work for Creative Partners.
Nice to meet you, Alex. What is your role at Creative Partners?
I am the marketing director. I oversee our digital campaigns. And yourself?
I am a project manager. I mostly handle software development projects.
That sounds very interesting. How long have you been with the company?
I have been there for 10 years now.
That is impressive. Well, the presentation is about to start. It was lovely meeting you.
Likewise. Here is my business card. Let's keep in touch.
Thank you. Here is mine. Enjoy the presentation.
Okay, that was very different, right?
Yes, We used fuller sentences. A pleasure to meet you, instead of just nice to meet you.
We used and yourself instead of and you.
And we exchanged business cards at the end. Let's keep in touch is a great phrase for professional settings.
So we have covered casual and formal. But Alex, what happens if we make a mistake? What if I forget a word?
That is a great question. My advice is don't panic. Just smile and say, "Sorry, my English is a work in progress."
People love that. It shows you are humble and trying hard. Most people are very patient.
Another useful phrase if you don't understand someone is, "Could you please speak a little slower?" Or, "Could you repeat that?"
Never be afraid to ask for clarification. It is better to ask than to pretend you understand. We are coming to the end of this mega episode. Let's do a quick rapid-fire review of the best vocabulary words we learned today.
Icebreaker. A comment to start a conversation.
Originally, used to say where you were born.
Raised. Where you grew up.
Flexible. A schedule that can change.
Hanging out. Spending time relaxing.
See you around. A casual goodbye.
And don't forget the grammar points. I am 30 years old, not I have. And I have lived here for 3 years.
We want to give you a challenge for this week. Your homework is to introduce yourself to one new person.
It can be online, it can be a neighbor, or it can even be in our comment section.
Yes, in the comments, write a full introduction. Tell us your name or nickname, where you are originally from, where you live now, one hobby you are really into.
Use the structures we taught you today. We will read them and give you feedback.
Remember, learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. You are doing a great job just by listening to this podcast.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. We hope you feel more confident and ready to speak.
If you enjoyed this longer format, please let us know. We can make more deep dive episodes like this.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep smiling.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you later.